everyone, it's Tuesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. My name is Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Hello, White in the building. Happy New Year. Starting nice and bright.
Yes, I tried to be bright. I was going to wear something dark, but I said, it's New Year. I'll look for something bright.
Celebrate the year.
Abby, because last year was quite dull. We are hoping that this year we have... but Happy New Year to all our viewers. And thank you for being there for us.
Yes.
And we hope that we are there for you.
Yeah.
Cool. How are you doing, Mariam?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm wearing my earrings that was given to me last year by Bolaji. I'm sure she'd been wondering, maybe she doesn't really like these earrings, but I've just been waiting for the proper outfit that would match, and this just looks perfect for the earrings. So thank you so much, Bolaji. I'm enjoying my earrings. And then it was nice to see Tokwe's video talking about our fans in Dubai.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I'm not here. I'm on social media.
So she had she spoke with someone who worked in the hotel that she's staying at. And, you know, she was talking about doing a meet and greet. And I could see in the comment section, people were like, if you want to do a meet and greet, there are many in Dubai. So thank you.
That's so cool. The last video I saw was when she was on the Sahara.
Oh, my God.
When she was driving. That was the last video I saw. I have to go and check out how she's doing.
Where are you seeing all these videos?
On Instagram.
Oh.
She's just posted on her.
I don't go there like that. I post and I hardly even go back to check anything.
Too. Similar. I just post and I'll go. And how are you doing, Nima?
Upset.
I don't have it. You're upset?
With this red network provider.
Hey,
so they're in charge of my data, and I don't know. So they just cut me off, no notification, nothing. I even recharged, and now I can't. There's a shout out I need to do. I checked on the Wi-Fi at home before I left today for someone's birthday, but I can't access my social media
BC had
pages
said we
now.
should shout out to her mom. It's her mom's birthday.
Today? Oh,
yes.
happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Man.
For real?
You talked about birthdays, Sunday 3rd was my uncle. You know my uncle, I told you that he's a fan of the show.
Yes,
Okay.
It was his birthday, and I forgot to even call him.
Oh, happy birthday.
I remembered it was his birthday. I said, oh, I'll call him later. And then I now forgot to please help me. Uncle Michael.
Happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday.
Interesting. That same day, my niece, Halimat Shadia, was her birthday Sunday. I mean, that was like, oh, God. You can't even greet your niece again. So happy birthday to Halimat
as well.
On the 3rd of January.
My own is it was me that we forgot my mother.
What was your mother's?
January 1st, and I was here.
Oh, man. January 1st, your mom's birthday?
Yes.
How cool is that?
I do it every year.
Is it cool?
Every year.
Yes.
Normally feel upset.
Wedding anniversary is October 7, and I'm always telling her it's January 7, October 7.
I'm ashamed of you.
In fact, I'm ashamed of myself.
I'm trying to see if I have any, but I don't think nobody has sent me any messages. So, anyways, it's Tuesday. You know, it's a new week. So much happening. You know, but let's go to a quick break.
Okay, what's this?
Oh, YK. That story, eh? The ladies of your view have influenced me to use that thing you're talking about, but they tried to trick me to use a longer one, and I said no. But I insisted to go and buy a smaller one. That's what I'm using. I'm test driving. Let's see how it is
Nice.
this week.
It's really nice.
If I like the pictures yesterday, you know, so I'll see how it is. Okay, let's go to break. And we come back, we'll go through the front pages of the paper. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Holy Spirit has sealed your mouth for me. All right, let's start with the nation. Government accuses Amnesty and International Criminal Court and others of fueling insecurity. Picture here of, I think it's outside London, Waterloo Station deserted as a result of the lockdown. Bandits kill 9, kidnap 11 on Kaduna Highway. Nigeria, 10 others report Africa's 90% COVID-19 cases. Borders yet to bubble despite Buhari's order. Amotekun arrests 120 in Ondo. And President and Governors mourn ex-Unilag VC. Okay, which story are we taking? Let's start. The Kaduna bandits.
Yes.
Major headlines is everywhere, actually. But,
so Kaduna bandits. Wow, this is Monday again. We took a story yesterday.
Exactly.
This is Monday. And they're saying these bandits came out at 9 a.m., shooting sporadically, as is their modus operandi. And they abducted an unspecified number of people. 6 people were wounded. 2 children were taken away. And it's just
11 people were killed.
11 people were killed. And it says here that, a few of them are receiving treatment in a hospital. But they say that in the last 2 weeks, bandits have terrorized the people of Birnin-Gwari, especially those traveling along this Birnin-Gwari, Funtua, and Birnin-Gwari, Kaduna. So it's something that they experience almost, every week. What do we say? I mean, when we read this thing, what are we supposed to say at the end of it?
For a responsible government, really, when you hear this happens all the time, they know that terrain. Soon they send the army or some of the police or some kind of security operation over there to protect that entire highway.
They are busy knocking down a hotel, somebody's livelihood, and they are killing and kidnapping in the same states.
They tell you it's a federal road. That's not their responsibility.
And the people are accusing the government of just, a lackadaisical attitude
It's the
towards fighting
same
this.
road. Let's take the major headline name.
But then the major headline, Minister of Information was trying to address all the CNN, all the international body, the ICC, and all of those other people criticizing our efforts at fighting, combating the issues of insurgency in Nigeria, and saying that they cannot, we're a sovereign nation, and Nigeria would continue to preserve their sovereignty. We will not allow people to come and meddle with that affair and all of that.
They are aggravating the situation. We are trying to solve a problem, and they are aggravating with all their utterances and all their...
They are the ones causing people like us to overreact. When we read it, the way they report it, we then overreact, and I'm wondering, but the one that happened in front of your eyes, that you cannot, they did not report to you, but you yourself you are seeing. How do you then react to that? Are you supposed to control how you react, or how you call government out to, to do the proper thing that they should do? I feel that.
I mean, I agree that we're sovereign and we shouldn't let external affairs meddle into it. But at the same time, we shouldn't let ourselves hair. So let us be careful how we say these things.
And the borders have remained closed, even though the president announced that they should be open. The reporter went to the different borders, took pictures at the Seme border, and they're all still closed.
Are they closed or that they're not using it?
The custom officers at the borders refused to carry out the directive to open the borders. Wow. So that's the report was in the papers yesterday and today again.
Okay, so moving on to the Punch. Private sector warns of mass hunger as economic crisis over fresh lockdown is likely. Sexual harassment will going ahead with commissioner's probe, says police. Amotekun court shot Oyo policeman in error, says commandant. Court remands Shewore for others over New Year Eve's protest. COVID-19 violators order travel ban won't get new passports, says CG. Talking about Buhari, not good for my sanity, says Wole Soyinka. He was en route to, I think, Belkuta, and in the train, and he was being interviewed by a reporter just to give his review on how the train experience was. That would he commend the President Buhari's administration? And he said, listen, let's not talk about that, Buhari's administration. That, for my sanity, I'd rather just even imagine it doesn't exist. Wow. But for this train, it's a good thing that it's happened, and it's a long overdue.
It's taken too long.
And it's very long overdue, and that he's happy that he has spent 6 hours in traffic before on road, and this is actually a fantastic one.
And Shewore has been remanded in prison. They went on a protest on the 1st of January, and 4 of them, remanded 4 of them. They called the protest illegal, and New Year's Eve, not New Year's Day. They pleaded not guilty. They called for a violent revolution.
Just 4 of them?
Just 4 of them. According to the report, they were actually calling for a violent revolution. So they were arrested. They didn't take permission, according to the prosecutors.
All right. So that's COVID-19 violators.
Yes, I do. I have that. So the Comptroller General of Nigerian Immigration Service is saying that for the 100 travelers who have been placed on the 6-month ban, there were concerns that these people may be able to get new passports and sneak out of the country. But he says that the way it works now, it will be hard for them, or impossible for them actually, to have their passports reissued because their names have, already been put down for those who have violated, the COVID precautions as regards traveling. And so it's just also warning people of what may happen to you, but that these ones would have to stay 6 months without traveling before they can get their passports.
Moving on now to Daily Sun. FG accuses ICC rights groups of worsening security challenges. COVID-19, how airlines shared $5 billion bailout fund. Nigeria's indebtedness into China hit $3 billion.
Okay.
Plot to scuttle Haneze election exposed. And retaining service chiefs after retirement age is unconstitutional, says the Northeast elders. Which story are we taking?
So I'll take Nigeria's indebtedness to China as it hits $3.12 billion. So I just wrote out every figure here just to help us. And really, this particular report is just trying to say that because of how much we're indebted to China, it will be hard for Nigeria to extricate itself from China's influence. So it's saying Nigeria's total indebtedness to China is at $3.121 billion. That's 3.69% of our total debt, which is $84.574 billion. China is major financier of most of our major projects. $874 million for the 187-kilometer Abuja-Kaduna rail. Financed with $1.2 billion for the 312-kilometer Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, $1.1 billion Kano-Kaduna railway lines. Nigeria also signed an MOU in 2006 with China, which is anchored on an oil infrastructure sort of management, which means that Chinese companies are offered first access to oil processing licenses. So, and because of that, we have many companies in construction, engineering, with Chinese indigenous, almost 20,000 of them. Many Nigerians are also complaining that for most of these companies that they have here, they would prefer to employ Chinese workers instead of using the local Nigerian workers. So they're just saying that there's just so much in our economy.
Because when my daughter went for her 7-day COVID testing, Chinese inside that place, they were playing.
Interestingly, but remember, Minister was saying that part of the deal we have with China was that they're going to train our people, and they were going to establish schools, I believe, at that time to start beginning to train them on these various skills. So you don't have to bring the Chinese workers into the country.
It's taking some time to train them.
So when you're training them, are you going to train them in English or in Chinese?
I saw a video in China of children learning Yoruba.
Let's move on. Let's move on. There's another story I want to take. Retaining the coalition of Northeast elders have said that the fact that our president has not sacked the service chiefs in itself is a disservice and is downplaying the issue of the security in the country. He said that he should have actually given us a New Year gift to Nigerians to announce to us that they've sacked the service chiefs. And the fact that he didn't do that in itself has shown that he has totally downplayed the impact of insecurity in our country.
When I listened to the president's speech, when he said he would rejig, I was waiting for
we already said it now. We predicted now that they just said that rejig so that to calm our nerves, so that we think that something's going to happen, but nothing really happened.
Pondering on it. That was the last thing
So
we
the
heard.
New Year,
Pondering on it. Wasn't that he was rejigging?
Okay.
He was thinking.
Keep pondering, but he has already told us what he has pondered. Okay, let's move on to the Nigerian Tribune. Nigeria will surrender its sovereignty to ICC. We talked about that already. NACON PTF set strategic guidelines for pilgrims. Amotekun arrests 120 criminals in Ondo. Drug used to treat cancer would cure COVID-19. Nigeria in state of war with close to 100,000 infections, says Health Workers Union. That's 100,000 COVID-19 infection to be qualified. Umahi accuses opposition of releasing false attack of herdsmen videos, and 774,000 public works jobs begin on Wednesday. Which story are we taking? What's NACON?
NACON is the National Hajj Commission, and I'm surprised that they're already in talks for the 2021 Hajj already, saying that everybody should take advantage of their e-portal to register for the 2021 Hajj. And if you are interested in saving towards the other years, 2022 and beyond, you can also take advantage of the e-portal for that, according to their spokesperson. But Hajj is going to happen in 2021 for those of us interested.
How are they going to? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, another story.
Yeah,
I wanted to add to that. So, the drugs used to treat, a particular drug used to treat cancer is being studied in China by Dr. Haipan Zhang, and it shows that it has possibilities of curing the COVID-19. This particular drug is called pralatrexate. I hope I pronounced it right, medical people. And that it's used to treat like serious lymphomas in people. But the use of it may have side effects. But it's shown that it does not, by the use of it, stops the replication of the virus in the body, and it's better than the drug remdesivir that has been used recently, to treat COVID-19, and also used for the president of the United States of America. So it just shows, promise, and they say it's better to use drugs that are already in existence than to wait for a long period of how to bring in new drugs.
Okay, we have to wrap up, but let us just mention a few COVID-19 updates from the papers. It says Nigeria has increased testing labs to 100, according to Lajilai Mohammed. NIS wants all travelers defaulting COVID-19 rules. Lagos fixes January 18th for school resumption. Edo records 36 new cases in 5 days. And Nasarawa shuts down school till January 18th. Mobile court seals 4 parks in FCT. So,
what's the percentage? 200 million people times 100.
Percentage for
the testing labs. If you have 200 million people and you have 100,
no, they're saying that they've increased it. They've added 100 more labs. So we don't know how many we have in existence. So they added more labs. Okay, that's all we can take on the front page review. When we come back, this issue of Barakat's family withdrawing the case concerning the alleged sexual harassment, video that went viral, concerning the Commissioner of Environment in Ogun State, is something that was worth talking about, especially now that the paper said that the state government is going to go ahead with investigation to see if they're going to take it to court, but at least they're going to start with an investigation with the police. Let's hear your thoughts on it. You can call us on our phones, send us messages on Facebook and on Twitter. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. So, the story about the alleged sexual assault has been trending for a while. According to the reports, a lady accused the commissioner she didn't say of rape actually, she said of sexual molestation, harassment. However, the family of the lady have gone ahead to withdraw the case. The father did a video and said that they should let it be as it is, and that things were taken out of context. The girl also came up with the 36-second video saying that things were misrepresented and that we should please lay it to rest. So, and this just reminded us of the conversation I think Nima always tells us here, because she handles cases where families come together, they accuse somebody of either sexual abuse or rape here, and they try to start that the case against him. And then the family said, no, please, let it be. Let the family will settle this matter. But however, from today's papers, the Commissioner of Police of in Ogun State and one of the commissioners also told us that they're going to go ahead with the investigation with the Commissioner of Police to ensure that this didn't happen, and because it's not a case of the state against the police, I believe.
But the truth that it's a criminal offense. But the truth about it is, I don't see how they can pursue the case if the girl says she doesn't have any.
But she's underage, right? She's 16, right? She's underage.
She's underage,
so yes. She's still under the state.
Yes.
She's still the major witness.
She's the major witness. If she says nothing happened, how can you pursue the case?
She didn't say nothing happened. She said that that we kind of took it out of context.
Unwilling witness. Your primary witness is unwilling.
Okay. You don't have a case. You can't.
When she made her first statement talking about what had happened, it flowed quite easily. But this 30-second video she made sounded rehearsed, read, and she used the exact words her father used, And this is me being my CIA self. The first word she used regular young girl English.
Yeah.
By the second video, she was using some heavy words that were, quite heavy for her.
Yeah.
And exactly some of the words that her father used. So it seemed like they had written something out to her and told her to read it. And the I know that you'd
give us the legal angle.
Yeah, the legal angle. But I've heard where you would commit a crime against someone and the person may forgive and want to forget, but it's also a crime against the state. So the state has every right to prosecute. And it seems that the Ogun State government is serious about pursuing this case. And in doing that, I am sure that they'll be able to bring that girl aside and have a conversation with her, knowing that if she feels safe, if she believes that the government is behind her and she will not be intimidated, I think she will speak up and tell the truth exactly as it happened.
Lawyer, your turn. Tell us what are your views on this matter?
It's just sad, this girl, and she is the only one alleging the sexual harassment against her person. She's named all parties present, all aiders and abettors that assisted the man to get her to his house and accused the man of actually harassing her, and those are the only witnesses aside herself. So now, that Austin, the Miriam working with the man, I think that should be PA, and maybe some staff or maybe people that were present in the house would assist the police if she's not willing to talk. But these people are not. They are not on her side. It was clear. She was also accusing them as having aided the act itself. Now she's now turning back. For whatever reason, maybe because of fear, intimidation, threats. Some people say they will be paid, cashing out or anything.
These are just our own postulations. So let us arranging it here. But then it's like a perfect Nigerian story. Where somebody who is powerful, influential, does something, commits a crime, and you, because you are lowly, you are poor, and you there's so much at stake for you. No, there's so much at stake for him. He then could have the conversation where they lay various cards on the table for you. These are the options. Well, as I said, we are just postulating. We don't know what happened. We're just based on our own Nigerian knowledge. So we're saying that the convention, therefore, is that for a 16-year-old girl that has undergone this harassment, if she has, how can she get justice? Indeed, despite her father's.
Does she want justice? That's the first thing.
No, do we care if she wants justice? It's not about her anymore because she's around the age.
Morale, so this is why government will have mouth. If a sexual act happens, something that can be proved without her verbal, evidence of what, account of what happened. So maybe they took a sample, or she was rushed to the hospital maybe because of, they can show that her body was penetrated, something medical that can help us. The state can say, well, if you're like, let your father be times 3 the president, we will prosecute this matter, you must go to jail. Right. But this lady only came out and said her body was funded, she was groped and all of that. And she said that and said over, and they gave her money. And now she said, okay, if they say, where is the money? Do you know the number of the naira? She said, no, they did not give me money again. Even when they gave me his transfer fare. Those kind of, it's such complicated matter that.
So because her grounds, she may lose.
But Nima, can I ask the question? She entered this person's house. She must have passed through security. And she can identify the room she entered. Can we trace it and say, at least she was there?
Wait. The man's employees, who he is paying, their daily bread is dependent on him. Will go and say they saw her enter.
They did not see her. Who are you again?
I've never seen it before. So where are you going to prosecute?
So where is justice for the poor? Where is justice for the poor?
The poor want justice. Yes. So this young girl, I believed her first account.
Yeah, we all did.
I believe that she ran out of that house, and the first person she thought the only way to get justice in Nigeria is do video. Yeah, start talking. And that poor young man is in trouble because they find him and his phone. Whoever did that video that was talking to her in that video, the original one, that person don't enter her because now him cause all this problem. But now, her father, who should now stand for her, who should, do whatever it takes, will die here.
Can you grope a DJ copy and get away with it? You can't now.
No, even a DJ copy can say, I don't want to. Even her will say, I don't want to talk if she doesn't want to talk. If it ends as sexual harassment, it's only when she's willing to fight it that we can fight for her.
Wow.
That's the sadness of it. Because it's her account and her insistence that you did this to me. I saw you touched me inappropriately and I didn't like it. I'm going to take it off no matter what. Even when the man is saying, nah, but I just want to marry you because I've seen such a case. Where you say, but I was just toasting her, oh, and I like her, you know, I just didn't know how to express it. And then they'll touch her. You know? And then she will say, okay, maybe that's what they said to her father. Is it traditionally African thing? You touch a small girl on the head and say, come, my wife. You know that kind of thing. I mean, I was just calling her my wife, and then we all look stupid like we didn't hear
the incantations. You see, I mean, you can't even.
That would be her word against his. Because he might say he was not. He might just be blessing her word.
I was saying in his own language.
They are only at that point. Like she says, a word against his. The only two of them in the room. The only two of them in the room.
He could even say she came willingly. Austin can say, I always arrange students from my school.
But you know, there's a point that Mariah made that we didn't really follow, which is if she's able to describe the house, how she got into the house, she does not need to talk. They do not need to talk to any employees. If she's able to describe that house.
Well, she say she doesn't want to prosecute now.
So now, civilly, she's not going to.
I'm just trying to imagine this was a Hollywood movie. How would they?
You know, even Hollywood, their hand go. You see, in the real practice, their hands will fall. So in a criminal matter, it's the state against whoever is accused. The state want to prosecute this man. States, they will they'll give him one police officer. We'll go there. Okay, did you do this? I will come here, I'll check. Was she here at so time? Yes, she was. What was it? I wanted to employ her for computer studies, so I just liked her. I didn't talk to her. And that's it. His investigation gone.
So after the investigation gone, there was reason that way they didn't find anything, and
everybody will just distort the accounts, and the police officer will eventually go and sit down.
Closed.
Worst case, police will say, come and sign. Every week I pay something.
Unfortunately, we have to.
Well, on my own part, since the girl has decided, I just hope that they have collected correct settlements.
But wait, YK, can't an NGO take this case up? I mean, that's why we have
The
NGOs.
girl now,
we support the girl.
Say, you know what?
We are here for you.
You want to help me now to go and join Tokwe in Dubai? You need to hold my hand and carry me. It's not you will not go to Dubai and leave me here and say you have helped me now.
Okay, no problem.
If one girl doesn't want to be out,
so
I wish that she would really, because there are much younger girls than she is who believe in the system and will fight through any abuse.
Yeah. Because I don't want to set the precedent. Listen, I don't want to set the wrong precedents where a young girl feels, this powerful man has done this, and there's nothing the law can do for me. Because my father is saying that I cannot.
The law is standing for this one. She's saying I'm not doing it.
What are you saying?
The father won't pay me pass. The law is standing for them. They say no. The governor, God bless you, sir. Suspended him immediately. Say step aside. Let's investigate this clearly. Let's see.
You the victim, go. And your father.
Misconception and misunderstanding.
Is not
there was misconception and misunderstanding about what happened at the time. When they told you, I was asking for your hand. What's the confusion in the matter?
What's the misconception?
We have to understand.
They should even
did they touch you or did they touch you?
Were you a couple? What's the misconception? Were you people dating and you did not like the way you were taught that particular day? I don't understand how misconception happens.
We have to go, unfortunately, but it's quite sad, I must say.
It's painful.
It's quite sad that we're in a situation whereby our hands are tied. And if this young girl actually needed to get justice, unfortunately, she couldn't have. Maybe because of factors around her. Because she might actually inherently want justice.
Maybe her family.
But her family would have called a meeting and said, Auntie, Ben of them, hold your mouth, read this, and that's it.
Let us pray.
So we can't help her.
Let us pray that she has collected correct settlement. Maybe they are going to pay for her education to London.
Politician. This commissioner,
but also
he will still do
this argument is also based on the fact that we believe that her first statement was more true than the second one. So maybe she actually was maybe not lying. Maybe, as she said, there were misconceptions. Maybe he did not really mean to touch me.
It wasn't her breast he touched, it was just her chest.
Yes.
Maybe there was no breast. That's all I can take, unfortunately. We have to wrap up on this, but honestly, it's painful. That's all we can take. When we come back, we'll move into other topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for staying with us. So still on justice for the poor. For now, we'll put aside the issue of Barakat because, as I said, that case is, let's just say it's closed for now. But let's look at other cases. Let's look at other people who have been harassed by, do I say by the rich or by the powerful? you know, when a poor person
politically exposed
or politically exposed individuals, you know. So as a poor person, what options do they have, especially with culture? When the culture comes into play and where the family says, this matter, let's not come and disgrace ourselves, or let the society not say, is that not the daughter of the person that they said that they raped somebody, or person of the child that, you know, there's issue of stigma, issue of the fact that you do, or sometimes they compensate you outside the courts where they have that family settlement. You know, how do we ensure that the poor man gets justice in this country when you have politically exposed individuals involved in a case of harassment? As I said, this is not about Barakat anymore. We've packed our case. This is now about generally talking about Nigerians. Mariam, would you like to start?
Okay, so I think there are two things here. There's the culture part and the stigma part, where many things in Nigeria just always end up, they stigmatize everything in Nigeria. That's how I say stigmatize everything. This morning, let me gossip about these makeup girls. Someone was in the makeup room and she left and they were like, you know, she just recovered from COVID. They were like, oh my God, how am I around her? But she has recovered, you know, that's the thing. We just stigmatize everything. Even though she has recovered, the thing is, she had been through it once before. So we have that where everything you do, you have to be careful not to be stigmatized. You have to be careful not to speak out so that you will not be stigmatized. Remember the story of the woman and her son who was molested in school. One of the criticisms is that why would you bring your story outside for the world to hear and stigmatize your son? And that is where our problem is. I think if we handle that culturally, where poor people, regular Nigerian people just understand that, see, forget that, that's not your issue right now. What is important is that you get justice. Secondly, why it may be hard for someone who is maybe not wealthy or not that educated or exposed to have people like that push their agenda and deny you justice. Especially with poor people, it will be something as simple as offering you money, offering you a house, or, you know, some form of compensation. But I even find out that in Nigeria, you don't even get compensation because all they have to do is just sit down on a round table, call your family members, and you go. Like when we watch American movies, you see how poor people would partner with a very hungry lawyer and will make sure you get compensation. And he gets, you know, accolades for winning a case against a big person. So if we were to do that culturally, where you get somebody like that, like the Mima, who will come to this family and say, you know what I can do for you? Apart from, no, I mean like a lawyer. Who come to these family meetings and say, you know, I can do this for you. I'll make sure you get this. And get this compensation. Maybe then people will feel that courage and confidence to push for justice.
What would you say is lack of trust in the system? And not just the legal system, I'm talking about the entire political system, because you feel that the powerful would always remain more powerful than you. And no matter what you do, nothing you say will get a voice. Yes, Mike.
The senator that slapped that girl, the girl is getting justice.
Yeah.
They're in court, she's won her case.
No, she was compensated. She got compensation.
But he has appealed the compensation.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to say is, if you're, with the advent of social media, people are beginning to get justice because people can now shout out, look, I took the video. So like that girl now, she got justice. And so, that guy is still finding how he's going to settle.
Thank you for bringing that point, because now that should demonstrate to Nigerians that it's our responsibility to see things through, regardless of what level you are in. So that man, the father of we don't want to go back to Baraka story, but when families say, I want to drop the case, we should remind them that the courts are still your last defense. You can actually win the case and ensure you get compensation for what you, because that's a fantastic example you brought of YK. Because we need to remind Nigerians that the rule of law is what protects us as Nigerian citizens. We draw the line between culture and the legal system.
I just want to find out, these ballers and obas, when it happens to their own daughters, do they sit down and settle it that way as well?
They do. Sometimes they do, because that is. I'm glad you even brought that, because that is our system in Africa, in Nigeria, I don't know, I can't talk about Africa, I can only talk about Nigeria. The woman is always looked down on. She's always, it's all right now, maybe we have begged you. I was, well, not me, but a woman is raped, and then she's saying she wants to pursue. No, we have begged you. Come on, don't. It's not a matter of beg. It's justice for this person. And the fathers too will say, Shebi, you are my child. I've told you, shut up. Now, I want to ask you this question, Nima, as a lawyer. As we have taken this thing now, maybe the girl's family is watching, and they are feeling ashamed that they have taken
Compromised.
They've compromised. Can they now reverse again and say,
as long as she's willing to be a witness, I think the prosecution, the state government and their agencies and their, the Ministry of Justice have insisted, even the Commissioner of Police in Lagos have insisted on investigating. She's the key witness. If she insists I was not, the way I was touched, somebody can open the books and say to her, maybe because she's 16, you don't know what a touch, which touch is not appropriate, which touch is appropriate. Show her, let her see that, the touches that
Let's get a few tweets. Let's get a We'll come back, we'll take a tweet. Stay with us, we'll be right back. So over the holidays, many of us had lots to drink, lots to eat, partayed, and chocolate. I still had chocolate for breakfast. I had chocolate for breakfast this morning.
I have chocolate cake for you.
Oh, Mike, I need fruit cake. The alcohol-assisted fruit cake. That one
that champagne is really
soak for months. The alcohol-assisted cake. Oh, yeah. So how do we detoxify? How do we remove this thing?
First of all, we need to know that our body also has that natural ability to help us detox, and that's why we always say, be careful, your liver, that is one of its major jobs that it does. Sugar is not good for your bodies at all. It's like, the way I describe it to my client is that it's poison. And it's so bad that when you try to take yourself off sugar, you almost have the same symptoms like someone who is addicted to hard drugs. There's a difference between true hunger and just cravings. You know how you say, I feel peckish. I just feel like eating something. Some people actually feel, like Nima feels that she needs to have her mouth moving constantly. She cannot be driving and her mouth is not moving. And what sugar does is it puts you in that place where you constantly feel the need to eat.
Anyway, Mariam,
I didn't drink them
no
now.
Problem.
Okay. I entertain
How does
people.
Somebody who take alcohol detoxify, please.
You just stop drinking.
She knows.
Simple and straightforward.
And drink some water.
If I'm not a ruminant. Let me explain something. Let's say I was a ruminant, an alcoholic ruminant. I will have this is my cup. Who have alcohol inside.
Please.
By the time the show finishes and we stagger out of here. Morayo, I've seen Morayo doing the show. She will keep chinching, keep things, all kinds of things under the chair everywhere.
I would like to take control of this show again. Thank you. So, Mariam, you have the floor. How does somebody who takes alcohol consistently detoxify?
Stop drinking. Simple. Stop drinking.
The guiltiest runneth when no one chaseth. So I wasn't coming for you, YK. The truth is, a lot of people, what they do is they take time out. Some people will do like a 1 month, I'm not drinking. 2 months. Some people will go ahead and do 3 months without drinking.
I do that.
And that helps you, to detoxify your drinking water.
Of course, it's very good.
You can go to a AAA meeting also. That can help
when I was sick.
My name is Abaja. I'm an alcoholic.
When I was sick a few months ago, a couple of months, last month, I just stopped drinking. I drink.
When you stop, when
YK
YK stopped drinking, she testified that she felt great. She started, even that was when you did your workout. You started doing your workout. Yes. You were doing it so well. You felt even energized. So one thing, like, we don't want to talk about a keto diet, but normally on a diet like that, you can have like spirits. You're allowed to have. So things like, yes. But think, wait.
No, I can't do that
like beer.
Why can't just shampoo?
I will die if I do that one.
Yeah, so those, I'm just, for those watching. So those are the things that, those are the sort of alcohol that you can have.
There must be a word for the person that drinks alcohol, like Morayo eats.
An alcoholic.
No. Please, my pastor is working. I don't drink alcohol.
Ruminant. Please. So someone that's
I'm not a ruminant, Mikey.
Constantly eats. He's a ruminant. I love that word. Wow.
I was not saying Mariah is a ruminant. I said there was some animal.
Andrew is
No, what?
They should ask me if I can do without amala and buffet stew. Or they should ask Mora if she can do without jollof rice and butter foods. Well, me, I cannot do without amala and buffet stew. Any diet that does not co-opt it inside body, please don't join me.
Did you say body?
That is all we can take on the show.
We can take that as
To
well.
all the alcoholics out there, please detoxify.
And please,
have a fabulous day.
ruminants.